In this video, I want to show you a game called GunLift by Illus Game Studios. Now, according to the developer, this game uses the built-in camera for augmented reality, motion tracking, which makes aiming very accurate. This requires a well-lit environment to get the best AR experience. Now, as you will notice, this game just runs the play with virtual content, so you can't actually see the real world, and this is quite disappointing for me. I was expecting actually something that can blend in with the real world environment. However, having said that, it just made me think about how it would be like playing a sharpshooter target shooting game in mixed reality after the game scans the environment and just place targets, in different locations. But I'm not talking about, just placing them in the environment, just, in a certain specific location, but make the level procedurally generated to actually match the environment. For example, if there is like a rock over there, and maybe the enemy is going to be there behind that rock, or maybe if there is a kind of building, maybe there's going to be an enemy shooting at you on top of the building, or maybe on the building itself. Imagine playing a game like this, a similar game like this, with the Magic Leap 1, for example. The Magic Leap 1 is a mixed reality headset that has the capability for meshing the environment, scanning the environment, and creating a 3D mesh of it. And then the developers can actually position virtual content on top of real-world physical objects, below them, behind them, everywhere they want. So in that aspect, the environment around you, the real-world physical environment, becomes the core design of the level itself. Now in this game, there are different types of levels. Just climb up the elevator, or each level you have different objectives, and it's quite fun. I actually really enjoy this because although I didn't play with AR glasses, just with my iPad, I enjoyed moving my device and actually aiming at stuff and shooting. It felt really simple and intuitive. Now, if I would play something like that, I would probably want to play it in virtual reality, right? Where I can actually just use the controllers and use the headset. My hands are free to aim. This type of game I want to play, on the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, upcoming Oculus Quest. But not like this. This is not just a great gameplay experience because you either choose to go all virtual and enjoy playing this type of game of virtual reality, or you actually mix that with a real world environment. But this is something that is in between. It's less exciting to me. Now, I'm not saying that it can be fun. It's actually fun when you actually use the device itself as a pointing device in order to point your gun and shoot. I prefer that than just swiping and using touch gestures on the screen. I think for me, I don't like it. Now, to make this type of game more exciting to play, you need to disconnect your head posture and your actually the camera which you view the scene with the hand control which you control the device. So this is why in virtual reality you have your headset on and you can actually move your head and look at the different areas in the scene, in the virtual scene, and then you have your controller which you control. Actually, you control the gun, and those are independent of each other. Now the reason it's supposed to be like that because it's supposed to be like in real life, right? Just imagine holding a gun and you need to move your head with the gun together in order to shoot. No, you actually search for targets with your eyes. You just move it. When you see the target, you quickly aim and shoot, right? So the same has to be here. Especially if you want to create some really unique shooting type experiences, those have to be separate. It actually reminds me kind of a funny experience that I had with an augmented reality game. It was a table tennis game where I actually used the iPad as a controller to control the racket. And just imagine, I also need to use the device and position it in front of my eyes so I can see what I'm doing, right? And the moment the ball hit the right side of the table, I just needed to hit it, and it was fast. And I just moved my iPad fast to the right side in order to hit the ball. But what happened? I couldn't see anything anymore because my iPad was on the right side. My eyes were looking forward. I couldn't see anything. It was a very awkward experience. One of the most awkward experiences I had in augmented reality. Now, for some games, it can actually be, worked quite well, like in this game. Because, in general, when you aim a gun, forward, you actually need to follow your sight with where you're pointing your gun at. I'm not saying that for every shooting game it's the right thing, right? But in this particular game, a target shooting game, it actually works quite nicely. So just a few more things about this game. According to the developer, this is a physics-based shooting with destructible targets. More than 30 crazy levels to complete. Judgment, it's a nice word to call it, on each level to see if the goal is achieved. And there is a leaderboard to track your improvements. And if you clear all the levels, you get to the final mystery level X. I'm at level 10, by the way. I haven't finished it because I need to wait until I recharge my prize so I can continue playing. Take the lift to any cleared level and practice your skills. Yeah, so this is a sharpshooter iOS game that uses augmented reality motion tracking technology. So actually, it's a fun game. So this is why I recommend trying this out. So head on to the App Store. It's a free game and download it now and have fun. And I see you on the next video. See you. Bye-bye.